Test, 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 test. Is this working now? Oh my God, this thing is just so horrible. I think I am right now. Hello? I think I'm live with one viewer. I think this is gonna be okay. Wow. Let's see how long this lasts. Let me know if you can hear me. Please put something in the box if you can. Hey Camo, is Cindy still here? And Deb? Oh man, I'm horrible, man. I'm the worst. I would have been on like 20 minutes ago, which is still late, but I was having some issues. But once again, I lean back to meditate right before the show, right? To just clear my head, you know? And I fall right to sleep. I am the worst. All right. God bless you guys. Thank you for coming. I Oh, you were Camo? Well, I got to get better at figuring this out because I had mom's 3 alarms set for like they were like I don't know 5 minutes apart. I don't know, like I don't know. They're all set 5 minutes apart, and I don't know if they went off or not. To be honest, I can check real quick. Um, yeah, they did go off. It was at 4:46, 4:50, and then 5 o'clock. Oh, I like that tyrannical tyrannical thought police. TTP. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. That was a good stream. I mean, there was a little like sometimes there'll be a stream that like we overcome something or like we come together and you know defeat what's going on or it's like maybe it could be something inspirational, but then we'll have like one little tip or something will happen in the box, and it takes me all day to put it back together again. All day, no joke. Like if it happens at 7 in the morning, sometimes at 10 at night, you know. But I like to at night is easier for me because there's really only 3 people competing for time. Like at at night or after like midnight is easy for me to talk to people. That's when I have like the most amount of time. During the day is tough. But who cares, man? It's not like I'm struggling. My life is so good right now. I mean, we're all connected to the one that has all power, right? And it's not like anybody's out here warring the streets, right? There's some countries that are really going through it right now, and I want to put I want to pray. I want to really have us think about these places, have some awareness of them, and pray for them, and I just feel so grateful, I feel so grateful, like like, but this is where I've been having a problem like explaining it to people, right? Is that I'll want to bring up let's say let's say I want to discuss like flat earth, or I want to oh, that's great, Faith. Hey, you know what? And I wouldn't blame you anyway because I'm late anyway. But so my the hardest thing, right, is I want to explain to people like in my daily life, right? Uh about flat earth, about the lies on the news, about the transpocalypse, right? About all the occultism, um, everything, right? But what they think I'm doing is like talking to them about all this doom, right? But what my point is that if I could get them to understand what's going on and see what's going on, that is like huge confirmation that you know that God is real and heaven is like a destination for us. But it's like they're getting the opposite idea. Like when I talk about flat Earth, they're like, "Oh, I don't want to hear about all that negative stuff." You're like, "What? Negative stuff? Flat Earth is like proof of God. Are you kidding me? Like, how could anybody think that I don't know how anybody could think that if we live on a flat Earth, that somehow is a negative thing. I mean, I get all the other stuff, right? All the other, the lies and the occultism and all that stuff. Yeah, that's horrible. Um, but it gives us so much confirmation that it's real, and it not only is it real, but that it's available for everyone. And that's the one thing I'm having a hard time with. Like, I want to no, wait, hold on a second, Shizzle. No proof it's flat or sphere. No proof there is a God. Okay, all right, fair enough, Shizzle. But here it's not even a debatable topic. I mean, like, flat Earth is. I mean, it's obvious. That's that's something you can easily go learn. I mean, I'm not a teacher. Good luck. But anyway, I digress. So, oh yeah, that video that BB put up definitely definitely spoke a lot. I mean, I bet, right, that there's people that think that somehow is sexy. I mean, can you believe like she was doing all that as if that was like somehow attractive or something. It's all right, Shizzle. I get it. Right on, free speech. Do what you got to do, man. Yeah, and yeah, I'm glad you're here too, man. What's up, Karen? I forget what I was talking about now. She's got me all messed up. Oh yeah, that video, man, that baby put out, man. I mean, there's a group of people, right? They would look at that and say, "Oh man, that's hot" or something, and you're like, "Oh my God, it's horrific, man. Like it's horrific." Oh yeah, that one video with her saying marked people. Yeah, yeah. That's why it's important for speaking of BB and Faith, they kind of do the same thing except Faith does it with comedy. And it's like it's important to like see like these clips of of the news, like see their own words, use their own words against them, because people just don't realize how ridiculous it really does sound. That if you isolate some of this stuff, right? Like, how could you not tell that, like, there's insanity going on in the world? Hey, Deb, how you doing? I'm so sorry you were here for so long, and then I don't know why my phone didn't ring. I know that, well, my new phone was on the ground, was on the other side of the couch here, and my old phone I was using it as a alarm. Neither of them worked, but it was like, I would say 20 minutes before, it was 20 minutes before 5 o'clock, and I leaned my head back. And I don't remember if I dreamed or not, but I did have like a really intense dream, the sleep I had before that. And it wasn't really that long of a sleep, maybe 20 minutes. And that's not a common thing. You usually have to sleep longer than an hour, hour and a half to get a dream. But I had a really intense dream in like a 20 or 30-minute sleep. And you're usually not in a REM cycle of sleep unless you sleep an hour and a half. And so, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was. If it's not a dream, I don't know what it was, but I can't remember it. So I have to wait until I really calm down, like really get to like no anxiety. Like, I don't have anxiety, but I can actually get myself to zero anxiety, like all the way to like super calm. Then everything that I forgot from the day I can start recalling it. It's weird. I don't know if you guys ever go through that. Like, I'll be sitting here listening to like Proverbs, and I'll just think of like, like my feet and my hands at the same time, right? And try to fill my brain with like things I'm feeling while I'm listening to the word, and so that I can't have any thoughts of the day or anything, so that I can't think anything else. And I start calming down immediately, like all the way. I mean, immediately, and it makes me like think better, remember better, everything. So I try to get like that right before the show, but I never can because when I do, I fall asleep. But one day I'll get it and I'll be all super sharp. But that would be awesome. But whatever. Oh, what did Sizzle say? Yo, you hardly dream. Some say, oh yeah, all the weed smoke. Well, try having weed in a salad. Like, don't light it on fire. Just like grow just like grow it, and then like put it in a big old salad and eat it like that. And I know that it's not good for potency, but I wonder if that's how we're supposed to do it, like if we're gonna do it. Because my kids, when they talk about weed, it's like it's crazy, man. They got this gooey stuff, man, I mean, it's not even green, man. Like, this stuff they smoke is not even green. But they get high. They get really high from it. And then my younger one wants to call me when he's like blasted, and I'm like, oh, come on, kid. Are you on the moon right now? Like, there's nothing worse than an 18-year-old that's blasted. And I'm like, well, you just call me back when you're better. You know? I know. I shouldn't laugh. I tell them, I'm like, come on, kids, you gotta, like, you're 18. I guess you guys can do what you want if your mom lets you do that. And the oldest one's 21. What am I gonna tell him? But see, my oldest one is more like, he's more like functional. Like, he can hold a job and have a girlfriend and all that stuff. And the younger one is yet to prove that. So we'll see what happens, right? And I don't want to spin it like that because they really are good kids. Like, they're super good kids. That's like the only thing They do, and it's not uncommon for like people to do that nowadays. Like I wonder if you just get used to it, and then you can just be like a businessman or something like that, and like they just smoke a lot of weed or something. I don't know, like because like remember in the '80s, like with what was his name, Michael J. Fox, and he had like the suit, and he was in New York, and he was like a businessman or whatever when he's young. Yeah, but like they never gave us the image of like a stoner businessman. But that's what's happening nowadays. There's all these uh executive people that all smoke weed. It's weird how TV, like when you watch TV your whole life, how it messes with your brain. It gives you all these images, right, of what we think people are, right? And then when we see people on the street, we think that's what they are. I mean, I think television is to blame for like probably all of our feelings that we have towards each other. I mean, it's crazy. So funny, man. But it's like there's just all these there's just all these stereotypes, that are out there. As soon as I tell someone I'm Italian, they talk about the mob or something like that. I'm like, oh, get out of here, man. Like, like not every Italian person is a criminal. Although I do know a lot of my family that are criminals, but that's just coincidence. But so the dreams trip you out, the only visions. Yeah, yeah. I mean, your mind's got to process things, right? And your mind's got to says, I feel you should have got my card, but I take off your vape pen, and during the day you get tired. It's doing for everyone. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I don't know. I like seeing. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I'm a gangster. Yeah, right. But yeah, but like I think that like maybe people are like they start off like maybe because I don't know. I don't smoke weed, right? I've had my issues with other stuff, right? But I don't know if like you do it and then you just get used to it and then you could just you're more and more functional or whatever. Because I've seen some people that like can really like hold it together. And they wake up and they take a hit and it's almost like coffee, man. They're they're bouncing around with energy. I'm like, what? Like, how come I saw one dude smoke some stuff? He can't even hold his eyes open. And this other lady, she smokes weed and it's like she just drank a cup of coffee. I mean, that's crazy, man, isn't it? Oh, you want to hear something crazy? Hey, look, this is how you know you're getting old, right? Because like I was sitting down, right? This was last Friday. This was a week ago. I should have told you guys a week ago. Anyway, so I was sitting down and someone asked me to look at something behind me. And I looked behind me and I pulled something in my leg, man. Like I turned my neck and my leg, I pulled some stuff in my leg, man. Like a hamstring. That's crazy, man. I mean, I know it's all connected, but like that's not the first time that's happened to me, to be honest. That's happened to me before. I guess that remember that song, the hip bones connected to the. I don't even know what that song is about. I shouldn't even sing it until I know more about it. But yeah, I mean, like, it's just, the world's full of stereotypes, the world's full of all these characters, right? And so, like, what they'll do is, like, they'll put representations of your race or whatever, right? Say, like, I'm Italian, right? They'll put, like, the worst representation of your race and make that the successful thing to be. And so, when you try to act like that or be like that, right? Then, people equate that to what they've seen on TV, and a lot of times they'll do that. They'll do that with people. And it's unfair, but it is what it is. It happens to everybody. Okay, so explain CBD to me because I did try that one time and there was no THC in it. It was supposed to be for like, forget what it was. I was taking it for like headaches or something. And I didn't know if it worked or not. I mean, I still did get headaches, but I don't know if it takes a long time to work or whatever, or if or if the THC is supposed to help you. Okay, so it's a natural anti-inflammatory. Okay, 'cause I thought it was like this miracle drug that like you could like cure cancer with it, everything. I heard you could do everything with it. So it does not help you with pain. Yeah, it didn't help me. And I was excited about it too, because my kids are like, yeah, no, you got to try this. This is the thing to do. It's the new thing. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. And it didn't do nothing for me. And yeah, maybe the placebo effect, but it didn't even do that for me. I don't know. But it would have been great because sometimes I do have to take Excedrin with Excedrin with caffeine. Um, or else I can't I get migraines very bad, right? So I got to sit in a dark room sometimes, just completely dark. I don't even know how it started or why I get them or any of that. There's just a lot of stuff you know, I don't remember like there's chunks of time I don't remember because I know that when I was in the army, right? Um, I did have like several surgeries, and so while I was recovering, right? Because like a lot of people when they get surgeries, they'll get out of the army or whatever. But I stayed in. I like worked hard to stay in every time I had surgery, and so like they were like, I don't know, that's like kind of respected. And so every time there was like those little FEMA classes or whatever to take, to like to get promotion points, like I took all those classes, all of them, because I always had time to do that kind of stuff or whatever detail they put me on or but who knows what they were doing. And some of these ones were weird. And I have no memory of it at all. I just thought it was like, oh, okay, let's get out of work or whatever. Most of them were just like um, online tests or something that you could do. Take a little online course and then take a test or whatever. But little did I know, if I would have known then what I know now, I would have paid more attention to see like what all that was. But it was an easy way, like each class was an easy way to get promotion points by promotion point. And my MOS was maxed out in points, so I stayed in E4 for a long time. And you guys know a lot about weed, man. I wish I knew more about weed, man. This could be like look how this whole chat's getting along, man. Kumbaya. Praise Jesus for CBD, right? I guess, right? I mean, he created everything top to bottom, right? In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God. The Word was God. Nothing was created without him. and that includes CBD and weed. Oh yeah, Cindy Chris, I say I pull weeds and throw them on a compost pile. Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess it is what it is. I guess it's better than some of this stuff. Like, some of these painkillers that give you at a hospital, are just as bad. Because I've been on those kind of painkillers before a lot. It can't be any worse. And so it is what it is, right? But like I've been trying really hard to come off of all of this medicine that I've been on like psych meds for a long time, and there's a lot of side effects to it. And so it is what it is. Almost it's a lot of the vet. Well, I don't know. I go to the VA hospital a lot, but a lot of the vets I know that go there, everyone's on an SSRI. They try to get everybody on that stuff, man. And I was just naive, like, okay, whatever, give it to me. And then once you're on it for 15 years, yeah, the opioids are very, very addictive. Yeah, I had my issues with that for a while, a couple of years, few years. Longer than I would like to admit. But it is what it is. We all start off, right, going through um, something that breaks us down, right? I mean, there are some people that like are born, they're a kid, they go all the way to adulthood, and there's never a gap, right? They believe in God the whole way through, right? And there's no break, like when they reach the age of accountability, right? And some of us, like we lose our spirit at the age of accountability, and we have to come back to it. And sometimes we got to go through things. Yeah, being sober has its perk. Hey, amen, Hannah. I agree with that. Amen. And so, um, sometimes we have to go through things that break us, in order to realize that God is all we need. Sometimes you got to get to the point where God is all you have left. But for some people, they don't need to get to that broken state. And I agree with Hannah. I mean, like now at this point, right, for the last few years, I mean, all I drink is water. I used to drink a Diet Coke every Friday, but it never really even tasted good. It tasted like poison. And so it's just water, and I have a very mild, simple diet all the time. I eat pretty much the same thing. No cigarettes, no nothing, none of that stuff, right? No alcohol since 2010. And I don't know, I feel better for it, but I do understand, right, that we live in a time where a lot of this stuff is accepted, and a lot of people are gonna be doing that kind of stuff. And I was really kind of like less less accepting of it, right? Because of my own sobriety, right? I had to be sober and be without it, right? That of course there was that attitude against everything. But now with my kids, right, seeing that like they do it right, and that they do the weed or whatever, that it makes me accept that more within other people, right? Because I'm able to accept it in them. And so yeah, and it seems to do them pretty good, because they were going to try to put my youngest son on psych meds, and I didn't want that kind of life for him. And now all he does is smoke that. I guess I forget what it's called, but it's some extract or whatever that makes it more strong, and that I guess that helps him. So if that's what helps him, I'm okay with that. But I'm like Hannah. I just if I could get rid of any kind of variable, right, anything that's affecting me at all, like it was almost easy for me to like turn off the music or the movies and the TV and just everything. Like, no, I wouldn't say that's for everyone, right? I even gave up relationships, all that stuff, right? But it's weird, you talk about sexual integrity on shows, people think that's gross somehow, but they want to see full frontal from other YouTubers. I mean, just disgusting, right? But anyway, it's easy to give up all that stuff, right? If it's helps your journey, but it's not for everyone. I mean, you know how like, you know, I mean, I still feel like I'm having fun, right? Like, but I don't do anything that you would consider fun. I don't know. I read the Bible and I do my show and I lead probably the most uneventful life like in history. So I mean, I don't know, unless you're trying to dig up something from a decade or more ago, then well, good luck on that. You're welcome to it. Live and learn, right? And so, yeah. I know, huh? What's up, homeless in America? Hey, I'm doing my best, man, and I'm coming up on, I guess paydays in a little bit, and in a week or so, and if I could, help you out, I will, man. It's been real tight. I've been trying to save up to, see if I can maybe get like a cheap computer, and it's been like a slow like struggle, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'll do what I can. And yes, it's Cindy. Yeah, she could be a handful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of people that come to me to talk to me about Cindy, they think she's a lot younger. I don't know why. They're like, "Who's this Cindy chick?" I'm like, I don't know. She's an older lady. I don't know. She's my friend. And they're like, "Oh, okay. I thought she was some young chick." But it's hard to tell on YouTube. I mean, how do you know? Oh yeah. Hey, what is that? Like, hey, Hannah. So, are you talking about like the graphene and all that stuff, or is biohacking something else? Because there are some things I do want to learn about, right? Especially about that graphene stuff, like how that works. Because I had a friend tell me, I would say, I want to say it was 5 or 6 years ago. I just thought he was crazy, man, but he was a veteran too, right? And he was talking about nanotechnology, right? Like these little nano things that can um spread apart and then come together and build something and then spread apart again. And I thought that was super interesting, but I thought he was crazy too, though. I was like, oh, okay. I don't. It didn't sound like something that could happen. But wasn't like I listened to what he had to say, to be polite because you never know. And now there are all this stuff that about okay, so optimizing one's own biology. Well, yeah, I'd be interested in that if you have any resources to share on that because I need to take care of myself way better, especially for like prayer and all that. I know that Teresa was talking about like fasting and praying and things like that, and then it would be good to take care of myself a lot better, you know, because last year I wasn't taking care of myself so much, and I had that stomach acid problem, and so shoot, I almost kept going until I was dead, just basically not eating right, and I just kept pushing through it, until I let it get out of control. But yeah, I got to take care of myself better. Brap. What is that, Sasquatch? I like that. I like when people type out sounds. Yikes. Yoink. Remember on cartoons? Yep, Milk and Tums. Oh man, I'll tell you what. I was eating like 150 Tums a day, Shizzle. That sounds like it's not real, but that's real. It was at the point where I couldn't crunch them anymore. It was hurting my teeth. I had to like um soak them in water to like and just drink it like because I couldn't crunch them no more. It was too many to crunch all day. And so if that's not horrible, then I don't know what is. That's supposed to sound gross because it is. So check out Dave Asprey. He has a lot of good info. I will, Hannah. I might ask you that name again later. I know. Thanks, Faith. I appreciate it. I appreciate you saying that. We all need more Jesus is what we need. I feel bad for Rob Skiba, man. Because this is what I'll say about Rob, is you could call him a shill, whatever, right? But you put your life into talking about like being an anti-vaxxer or flat earther or whatever, and then they put you on the Yahoo News, and make a fool out of you after you die, like anti-vaxxer dies of COVID, They didn't put him on the news for his flat Earth stuff when you had stuff to say, but they made a fool out of him. And so, your average sheep is not going to get anything out of that. They're just going to be like, "Oh man, he should have got that vaccine. He would be alive today." Except he'd be filled with all these particles, man. Or worse, right? Or worse. I mean, until I know exactly what that stuff is, I'm like, why would anybody put something in their body they don't know what it is, dude? I mean, that's frightening to me, man. I mean, I'm not saying I haven't done my share of stupid things, right? But it had some kind of benefit in the end, Like, there's no benefit to this at all, It's horrific, man. Totally horrific. Yeah, so here's a stupid. I'm gonna admit my stupidity here, right? In 2015 or 16, I think, right? I um I got my flu shot at the VA, right? I rarely even got a flu shot, but I got it that year, right? And like I don't know, like a month or something later, not even a month later, a couple of weeks later, maybe. I saw like they were giving out like a gift card at a grocery store, $25 gift card if you get the flu shot. So I got the shot so I could get a $25 card to get groceries, And then like they did it again at a Walgreens with another gift card or something. And so I got it again, right? Three flu shots in 1 year, right? And I was naive to that, right? I was like, oh yeah, they don't do anything. It's just, you just get the shot and I guess you somehow don't get the flu, right? I had no idea that I was putting you know, it was just stupid, right? Just like me not thinking, just being stupid. And I felt like there was bugs crawling all over me, man. Like I went a long time thinking there was bugs on me. I mean, it was horrific, man. It was like the most horrific thing I've ever gone through in my life. And I don't know if it's from that or from something else or whatever, but um, I will never get any of that stuff ever again. I'm willing to die. I like. There is absolutely nothing that's. I'm willing to die for that. Yeah, there's nothing that's gonna get me to do it. They can kill me. I'm okay with that. Yeah. I mean, I should be dead. I mean, there's a lot of times I've taken risks, too many risks, and so get Alive gummies, multiples, all natural fruit, vegetable supplements. You can't get enough nutrition for. Oh, okay, okay. I mean, I do take vitamins, right? That's something I do. I have 3 Atkins shakes a day, right? I get all the vitamins that's in there, and then I take um like a vitamin pack, right? But mostly I just eat to be full. Like it's just something I have to do. I lead a very disciplined life. It doesn't sound like fun at all. I get it, but it's cheap and it's like I just keep working until I fall asleep, and then when I wake up, I keep going more. And the only time I'm not doing this is when I'm talking to my kids. You know, I'll be working on stuff like this or going to different channels to listen for truth or listening to the Bible or doing this. And I'm happy. I feel super happy. I wish like all we could talk about is like how happy we are about like what we're looking forward to. And but like people want to tune in to hear about some of that stuff for what's going on out there, kind of want to like process it, get some closure. And I get that, right? Like just because I don't need any closure because I know it's all crap out there and I could just shut it off, right? But not everybody is like that. Like, you know, some people they want to like talk about like, hey man, look what they're doing now, or look what they're doing now, and it's sometimes I think there's value in being able to uh process it. I think, you know, yeah, no, I get it. See, I don't think that there is going to be a I don't think they're going to make you do it, right? Or else they wouldn't be saying all this stuff about mandates. They would just do it. I mean, that's just my belief, right? Of course, that's speculation, right? But like my mom was telling me that when they had to do the polio vaccine, they just lined them up and gave them a sugar cube. They didn't ask their parents or nothing like that. They just gave them the thing. And you know, I'm thinking I don't know how real anything is right anymore, but is it because like that was a real disease and like okay they didn't have time to mess around and ask people if they wanted it and you're going to take the sugar cube or get it, or is it because of oh what's up y'all, yo mama, how you doing, I'm so happy to see you, and everybody else, I'm happy to see everybody else too. I didn't even say hi to everybody today. Well, I feel horrible if I didn't say hi to everybody, but I'm saying hi now. But yeah, they just lined up the kids back then and just gave you a sugar. They gave them a sugar cube and said, "This is your polio vaccine." And they didn't ask their parents or call home or mandate anything. That's what I think. That's what I think, Paula. You can't have the mark of the beast without consent, right? And so that's why this is about consent. So once the beast appears, right? So many people want to act like there's going to be like that the beast is a system or something like that. It has to be the man of sin, because if it's not a person, right? If the Antichrist figure is not a person um, that tries to mimic Christ, right? Then that's how you fall for it, by not expecting it, right? Has to be, you know? And so I would say be prepared for like the worst thing to possibly happen, right? And so yeah, I mean, I think it's in Second Thessalonians, right, about the man of sin appearing, and we got to like, really, really think about that. Now there are some people in here that think that we're beyond the 1,000 years and we're in that little season, but if that's true, right? Now this is a lot of speculation and a lot of things that haven't been reconciled yet, but going out on a limb, right? If that's true, right, um, then God's going to come back. Jesus is going to come back here to baptize this place in fire, and we'll be separated anyway. So you're better off just being ready for whatever it is, whatever the worst possible scenario is, and then that's how that you won't be deceived, and read the Bible. Like, I mean, the only way to know like what is supposed to happen, right, is to read the Bible. And see, Alex has a good theory too. I've seen that theory a lot too, and that has legs too. It's a good point. You know, and so it could be a lot of things, right? And see, that's what I thought, Paula. I thought in my studies that the Pope would be the false prophet, because it would be like the perfect false prophet. But I even heard like another theory, right? Now, this is bringing another thing to the table, is that instead of the horns representing countries, right, kingdoms, right, if it's 7 different religious systems, then the harlot would be the Catholic Church, right? Then that's another way to talk about the 10 horns that get reduced to 7, with one horn ruling over the 8, right? But it's just another way to think about that. I don't know, because this guy Larry Wilson, right? He teaches. I mean, he teaches everything, but he was teaching the Book of Daniel and Revelation as one course, And man, he was making sense, man. But I'm not sure about this guy, man. I have to figure out what kind of dude this is, man. But he seems all right. He's just a I don't know, man. It's hard to say nowadays, right? Because you can say, "Oh yeah, they seem nice," and then it could end up be the one that can deceive you, Can you imagine our enemies right now are watching us and probably thinking like, "Oh, these people are just horrifically horrible. Look at them all," you know? And all of us are so happy about what's going to happen in the future. And that's got to make people mad, I get it, I get it that like when there's people that see God in you, but the majority of the people don't, right? It just probably makes them hate you more and more, And yeah, like let's be honest, the book of Acts is about Jesus and then the Holy Spirit coming, right? But the book's about all the trolls that tried to hold them down, right? That's what gave it all the adventure, right? About Paul's time in prison and all the persecution they faced and all that, right? It's just weird that has to be part of the story, And who am I to question God? I mean, God has a plan for everything, and He's very purposeful in what He does. So if it's in my life, it's because it's something I need to deal with. You know, it's something that'll help us grow. Everything will work out for his good. You know, and to be honest, I need, like, I don't think I need this in my life, but like there's some things that I use to to keep me humble, to realize that just how small and insignificant that I really am in the scheme of things, right? And that it's really Jesus that has all the power, you know? Yeah. What's up, Camo? What happened, Camo? I hope you're okay. Oh no, what happened? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, don't get it. Don't get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, here's the thing, right? Maybe that's a harsh way to say it, right? But this is what I'll say. If you get one, right? If you get one because you think that you're getting it and getting it out of the way, right? There's gonna be more, right? You'll have to get one more and one more. It'll never end. Like you either take a stand now, right? Or it's not just one time you're consenting to this stuff. You're gonna have to keep doing it. And no one knows what this is gonna do to you long term. Obviously, look, they made this look, this is me saying this, but they had this made and planned decades ago. This is nothing that they just came up with. That's not how that they can't. Okay, so when the whole world was like in agreement that okay, this is a global pandemic, and we're all going to fall in line, right? No dissenting opinions, right? When I was in the army, right, if we were planning a barbecue between two units, uh, 20 things would go wrong, Like, who's going to bring this? Who's going to bring that, right? There would always be some kind of issues, right? There's no way anything government can make a plan for everyone to agree, 200 and something countries, all different governments speaking all different languages, right? To say, okay, we're all going to accept this thing and we're all going to take the shot worldwide, blah, 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 blah. This is decades in advance to even have this thing ready when it was ready, years and years and years. We're talking hundreds of millions of shots. There's absolutely, it's insane to think that this just happened organically. So if you watch Dr. Andy Kaufman's uh, information about how those bugs work, right? And if you look at that event to a one that Gates is working on, right? How could you ever believe? How could you ever believe that this is a solution to anything? And so I would say, do what you guys want to do, but I'm not going to do it. And yeah, I mean that's a harsh way to say this kind of thing to each other, right? But just be careful, man. Just be careful because this is what I'm gonna be straight up. This My mom took this thing, and it breaks me, man. It breaks me, My ex-wife took it, and it's my kids' mother, and yeah, it's it is what it is, But yeah, don't be too rough on each other. But I get it, I get the sentiment. Like it's just trying to get you not to do it, or whatever. I mean, Shizzle, I'll tell you what, man. If you were able to get saved right here in front of everybody, what a testimony that would be, right? Wouldn't that be huge? Oh man, that would be huge. Think of how many people that would affect, you know? That's right, that's right. He's allowed to be here, you know? Unless he's causing problems, you know? I mean, everybody's allowed here unless they cause problems. I mean, there's some people that probably need to reconcile some damage that they've already done here before I can let people in here. They've hurt too many people in here. But eventually, right, I would say anybody would be able to make it back in here. So it is what it is, right? Yeah, Shizzle, if you keep hanging out here, man, if you hang out in the barber shop, eventually you're going to get a haircut, though, you know? And so you could keep hanging out in here, but you're going to, who knows, right? Maybe you'll see the light, you know? And I think deep down, maybe you want that. Like you want to go on to the afterlife. Like I think that you do want it. And I think that once you go to Jesus, you're going to get so much relief. You're going to get so much relief. And then, yeah, but we all started somewhere, Paul, right? I mean, yeah, to me, that's insulting, of course, you know? But if we're going to find any sheep that are new, right? We don't know what we got to start with, you know? There's a lot of people that I've given many chances to that were far worse, you know? Far worse, you know? And over and over again giving them chances, right? And so, you know, but yeah, it does. It offends me too to see that. I won't lie about that. It hurts me, right? But it hurts me more for what they're losing more than it hurts me personally. But it is what it is. Sorry, Sasquatch. You know, I don't understand why it went that way either. But yeah, because he's allowed to be here. You know, I get people feeling personal about it, right? I get that, right? But we should try to like keep it to where we should keep it to where people could like everyone's got to start somewhere, and yeah, they might be in a real bad spot, and it takes a while for people to get, you know. See, I have a lot of patience, right? I could take a lot in each direction, right? And so, unless there's someone that's just like straight up here, definitely not here trying to be part of things, just want to cause trouble, right? And yeah, well, no, hey, I get it. Whatever you got to do, whatever you got to do. But I mean, he came in here, he was all right. I mean, he was all right. I mean, yeah, I mean, look at the world, man. The world is just filled with people that are like in a horrific position, just like horrible, I get not wanting to hear certain things if it hurts. I get it. Then I get it. I get it. But like, part of it is like going out and meeting new people and bringing them back here, Hey, come back here if you want. and they might not be starting off so good, you know. A lot of people, they get like this they get this image, like this picture of God in their head that the mainstream gave them, and it's they have this negative image. It's like they want to blame God for all the bad stuff that goes on, you know. And he wasn't too bad. Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, so we'll just try to be more tolerant next time. Or tolerance not the good word. We'll just try to rise above. If we have the ability to rise above, we will. I just I don't know. I don't know anything. What do I know? Can you imagine like how we look to God, right? Like we're so tiny. Like we're just so small. If like I had all these little tiny yes, you're allowed to be here, Zero. If I had like all these little tiny like little me's running around, I would love them, you know? I know, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right, Michigander. I know. I know. Yeah. The barber shop, yeah. I got that from someone else. Someone said if you hang like it was something like if you hang out in a bar, you're gonna drink, and it was like if you hang out in a barber shop, eventually you're gonna get a haircut, you know. And but that works for so many things, you know. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's no use in talking about it now. If it's what's done is done. All we could do is do better, right? Or different, or whatever. I don't know. But it's time for me to hit the old dusty trail, and I'll see you guys out there because um, I haven't been like that swamped today. I mean, it's been pretty good. I even got some rest and everything. And sorry for being late 2 times in a row, but it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, it's good to try not to be sensitive, you know. And I mean, look, we all brush off our spirit and we start fresh tomorrow, right? It's a daily reprieve we get from God, right? Like we all like it's never too late to start over, right? It's never too late to start being good from this point forward, right? Because if it wasn't like that, then there would be people that would never know where to start trying to get their life together or try to get their relationship with God on track, right? It's That's the whole point of forgiveness, right? Is for you to like start at zero right now and just continue on and just do the best you can. That's the way I look at it. And we all have our things, right? No matter how long we've been a Christian or how long that or how much we know or how much we don't know or whatever, right? We all have our own quirks. Nobody's perfect, right? And all we can do is our best, right? So, it is what it is, right? Love and let live, right? Yeah. But keep that road narrow though. Keep that road narrow. So I'll see you guys later. God bless you. Praise Jesus for his sacrifice and his grace. It's about him, right? He's the reason we're winning, right? And without him, we're nothing, right? And so all glory goes to God. That's it. You know, whether we edify him or let him down during this hour, he's the boss. And it's out of love and reverence for him that I do anything. And so, you know, I'm grateful for him. And he deserves it. He deserves all of that. And so, I love you guys. And I will see you tomorrow on time. I'm going to set a million alarms. Pray for the kids.